Hello, this is going to be UTC number 6, and this time it's going to be a 1v1 against a two-hand Frosty K. And in this movie, the two-hand Frosty K is going to have a lot of survivability. And let me explain why that is. The reason why that this DK has a lot of survivability is because, well, first of all, they're fully geared. They are using all versatility pieces and all versatility enchants, which is the typical way that you go when you're running two-hand. So they're appropriately geared. Okay, they have the Con title. I'm not really sure if that's important or not. Probably not. And for arena, just 1750 in 2s and 1550 in 3s. So they don't do a lot of arena. And it probably doesn't mean anything, but they are 2K rated in rated battlegrounds. And as far as dueling, they've won slightly more than they've lost, but not many duels. 167 won, 131 lost, so not really a dueler. I'm going to go ahead and play the fight in full, and then I'll come back and talk about the fight after that. This is an interesting fight because it is the very first fight of the battleground. If you look up here, everything's 0 zeros, which means that both of us have full cooldowns, right? So we both have full cooldowns available to us. I ran by this DK and I went ahead and charged him, and I threw up my spell reflect, just to see how aggressive they are, if they open with asphyxiate or not. They are in frost present, and they do actually open with asphyxiate, but they put up IBF at the same time, so they don't get stunned by the asphyxiate. However, it's still good because it saves me a trinket, right? I don't have to trinket that, and I can use that trinket on something later on. Alright, so there's the asphyxiate, they have IBF. Notice that they've popped all their offensives, Pillar of Frost, the strength potion has been used there. And I go ahead and I die by the sword, right, to counter that offensive cooldown dump that they've used. Okay, so you hear that? That's Remorseless Winter. But the problem is that the graphic on it bugged out, and I didn't notice that they had Remorseless Winter until too late. And the graphic on a few things will bug out quite often. On AMS, sometimes it bugs out. Remorseless Winter, it bugs out. Die by the Sword is another thing that bugs out quite often. And I don't notice it here, and you're going to see, I'm going to try to heroic leap out of it, but it's too late. Now, what I should have done here is I should have just Blade Stormed it, but I thought I might still have enough time to heroic leap out of it, but I didn't, and I get caught by it. So because of that, I have to use my trinket on Remorseless Winter. I would have preferred not to do that because I would have preferred to use it on an asphyxiate, which will be coming later in the fight. I use it there, I come out of it, and I just go ahead and I decide to pop my offensives and do the Blade Storm on them. Because again, back to the other video I talked about, there's really no way for this DK to avoid this Blade Storm. I'm enraged, so I'm moving faster. They're hamstrung, so they're not going to be able to run off, and they don't have any immunity CDs. See, a DK doesn't have any immunity CDs to make them fully immune to this. The only thing they can really do to mitigate it is to use IBF, but IBF is gone, or they can go into blood. Now this DK is still in Frost. And they stay in Frost. At this point in time, I know that I have a pretty tough fight on my hands because I've just dumped my full offensive package into this person, and they're still above half health. So this is going to be a tough fight. I go ahead and I hit my enraged regen in here. There I got some Wild Strike procs, which is good damage, and notice I have Raging Blow procs, but I'm not using that. The reason why is because Raging Blow, even when it's procced here, it still costs Rage, and I am dumping almost all of my Rage into Shield Absorb. So every once in a while Raging Blow, but most of my Rage is getting dumped into Absorbs. Okay, they stun me. Right there I hit a Raging Blow. They decimate me there. Silence is good against my shouts. Okay, stun them, get a Wild Strike there, Wild Strike. Okay, so let's look at the health here. It's still a pretty even fight, but they're low health, but keep in mind I'm using my rage defensively, so I don't have enough rage to execute. What I want to do here is I end up fearing them just to kind of stall it a bit for my Bladestorm to come back up. Right, so I fear them. What they're going to do here is they are going to immediately break that, and they're going to asphyxiate. And since my trinket got used on that Remorseless Winter, I don't have it available here, so they almost kill me. So it's a full stun. So I'm really low health, 61k health. I throw up Absorb. They are going to use Remorseless Winter. Okay, so this time the graphic doesn't bug out, and I'm going to counter that with Bladestorm. So this is basically down to the last hit. Right, I have 16k health, they have 24k health. I'm going to come out of this and hit them with Stormball, and I get the execute to kill it. So that was a really, really nice fight. There I actually, I end it right there. I have 8,000 health. Super close fight.